West Ham United versus Newcastle United. Wow, these games are just moving thick and fast. I can't believe we're moving into a Premier League game already from such a fantastic night. I don't think we'll ever get over that. But nevertheless, we're against West Ham at the London Stadium. This is going to be a very, very hard game. All due respect to West Ham United because they are a fantastic team and they've made some fantastic signs, which is also what we're going to pick up on this game. But let's get straight into the match preview. Now, of course, we'll always start with the away team, or the team we are playing, to be more exact. Let's start off with some unfortunate news for Newcastle United. One which West Ham will be very happy with, but to start off, Sven Botman won't make it till Sunday. That I don't like to hear that whatsoever. Probably one of our most important players, maybe with Joelinton or whoever else you could say, but I do believe Sven Botman, when he doesn't play, we don't win. Or even Sean Longstaff, you could say, he's a fantastic defender, isn't he? Callum Wilson and Joelinton are expected to be the closest to coming back. Callum Wilson, if he's out, West Ham fans will be delighted. He's got an amazing record against him. He seems to score every single time. And of course, we've got Gordon, who's suspended after getting 5 yellow cards already. And of course, he got one in the Champions League as well. But he's suspended for this game. A very big message. He's probably been our best player overall across the whole season, in my opinion. Now, on to West Ham. What a fantastic team we are just in. Even David Moyes was praising us in the Champions League. He said Newcastle aren't just one of the best teams in the Premier League, they're one of the best teams in Europe. Fair play, David Moyes. You helped ruin Sunderland and now you're praising the Mags. I've seen someone say that on Twitter. That's fantastic. But in the actually how West Ham have been performing this season, they've won 4, drew 1 and lost 2. Them 2 losses come against Man City and Liverpool, of course, who we lost against as well. We don't need reminded of that. But they're also undefeated in every single cup competition they've played as well. EFL Cup, they've knocked Lincoln City out of that as expected. But in the Europa League, they've won FKTSC, I think it was. That's just off the top of my head. 3-1. And also beat Freiburg 2-1 or 2-0. I mean, fantastic to go undefeated in every single cup competition you've played in. Most people who think about West Ham, they've lost Declan Rice, they're not a good team anymore. West Ham have probably done some of the best recruiting I've ever seen. Of course, apart from Brighton, they pulled 6 million players out the bag, sell them for 100 million the next season. But West Ham have reinvested that Rice money absolutely fantastically. You thought it would degenerate them, but they've just improved fantastically. Edson Alvarez has come in Declan Rice's position, and he's just performed absolutely perfect. We were linked with him at one point, so was Chelsea. A fantastic player. He's doing it on the European stage for them as well. Of course, he did that in the Champions League for Ajax. But he's such a composed player. He's so great on the ball and so good defensively as well. But he's not the only fantastic signing they've made. Mohamed Kudus, an absolutely energetic winger. He's a very big danger. He's basically like our Gordon. Of course, they're playing a right attacking mid, left attacking mid, a 4-2-3-1 formation. I would love us to play in that at some point. Of course, don't change it in the Premier League. Maybe against a weakened FA Cup side, with all due respect to whoever we get. But yeah, just fantastic, man. And that's not even a mention, probably the signing of the summer, James Ward-Prowse. I mean, he's probably one of the best footballers of all time for set pieces, penalties, absolutely superb, one of the best in the Premier League. Free kicks, probably the best in the Premier League. Corners, absolutely fantastic. Could be the signing of the summer. He probably should have moved away from Southampton a bit earlier, but with all due respect, he's at West Ham and he's absolutely smashing it, and rightly so for his career. He needs this. And that's not even to mention the players who are already at the club. Fantastic signs, which Man City were bidding, what was it, 90 million for Lucas Paqueta? What a player, of course. He was linked with us every single season when we had Bruno. And Jared Bourne as well, another fantastic right winger. They are just a very, very good team. We can't take West Ham for granted. Of course, we've got a pretty good record against West Ham. 5 games drew, 5 games lost, 10 games won. Of course, my first ever game under having a season ticket was getting beat off West Ham 4-2 at St James's Park. Not something we want to remember, but what a fantastic team. What a fantastic team. Now, in terms of where teams sit in the table, West Ham are sitting 7th with 13 points. Newcastle, of course, are sitting 8th with 12 points. Both teams are separated by a point. Both teams are going to be battling it out for European football as well this season. If you could call it an important game, of course, it would be fantastic to get any sort of points over West Ham. That just gives us that one up. And if Brighton and Aston Villa lose both their games, I think Aston Villa's playing Wolves. I'm not pretty sure who Brighton's playing. If they both lose and we beat West Ham, we then go up to 5th in the table. I mean, not that I had to mention it again, but of course Newcastle United's coming off a 4-1 win against Paris Saint-Germain. Unbeaten in 6, winning 5 clean sheets, and of course we've only conceded 1 goal in 6 games against probably one of the best teams in the world, Paris Saint-Germain. Not a shabby record at all, Newcastle United fans. But yeah, West Ham's going to be such a hard game. In terms of actual score prediction, I can't really give you one. If I had to give you one, in my biased opinion, I'll give you a biased one, then I'll give you a non-biased one. In my biased opinion, I'm going to have to say 2-1 to Newcastle United. And in a real opinion, I'd say 2-2. so much respect to West Ham, not just because of the fantastic fan base they have, not because of the way they play football or how humble the fans are for getting into European spots or how much they deserve it. It's just, they are a fantastic team with fantastic fans yet again. In my opinion, they are the best to come to St James's Park. Everybody sees Manchester City, but West Ham watch worse football. They have to travel further, and they're just as loud as well. So in my opinion, West Ham are, yes, the best away fans to come to St James's Park. So much respect to them. 2-2, hopefully. I'd take a point any single day of the week, and we can continue this unbeaten momentum into the international break. But if we get a win, I'd be over the moon. So there you have it, my score prediction, 2-1 in my biased opinion and 2-2 in my unbiased opinion, with all due respect to West Ham. What a football team, man. Anyways, you let me know your score prediction, as you know mine. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Daily content on ya, as always. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Geordie Josh. Go and enjoy your day.